Alrighty. Someone grab the uptime. What's up, YouTube? This is what you need to know from the patch notes. This is what you need to know from the patch notes. I'm gonna give it to you straight. 1 minute. You don't need to read. You don't need to sit there and listen to Hindu yell about how to sell skins and how beautiful the skin is. So here we go. Make it larger. That's what she said. We'll zoom in for you guys. For you guys with no glasses and shitty vision. God, is this too much? Can we like zoom out? Like, do you guys really need to read this? Can I just tell you what it is? I can't even know what I'm looking at. All right, Blink creates. Yeah. Blink's been OP for 3 years. Thank you very much. Increased cooldown from 120 to 140. And decreased range from 55 to 45. They made it chow distance and they fucked the time up. Upgraded Blink rune cooldown remains unchanged at 120. Decreased range from 55 to 45. So upgraded Blink still at 45, but it just gives you less time on it. Good change. Blink has been broken for a while. Unfortunately, I'm a support in jungle main, so F that. Decrease cost from 700 to 650, so it changes the early game. All tier 2 and tier 3 items to the building remain the same total cost. So 1 extra pot is all I notice here, whether it's mana or health. Added 8% lifesteal on Shoes of the Magi and 100 mana. Good change because Omega LOL, what were they thinking? Taking pen off the boots and giving it more power and expecting people to buy it. So yeah, the mana was good. The lifesteal, 8% lifesteal is a good chunk. This is a good change. This is going to be good for some characters. Big buff for Shoes of the Magi, huge. No longer provides a 10% CD. So now pretty much, yeah, Transcendence got hurt a little bit. Still the best item in the game. So you're still going to build it. You just got to look for stacks. Where before you didn't give a shit if you had 1 or 50 stacks. Decreased power gain from mana. Take this character out of the game. That's all you need to know. Increased cooldown from Spirit of the Night Winds is ult for 20 seconds. That's big change. That's big. These are decent changes. He's still really, really strong though. He just can't throw out his game-changing ultimate every minute. Decreased cooldown from 13 to 11 seconds. Doesn't really change a Nemesis. She's still a very niche pick. Decreased physical power scaling of the shield health from 60% to 50%. Good change. Decrease the physical power scaling from 60% to 50%. Good change. Small changes. Increased cooldown from 75 to 90. So all small changes that will affect Odin. They're all small, but when you add them up together, it makes Odin a bit weaker. Maybe drops 1 tier with this. This ability now provides 3% movement speed per stack on successful hit and stacks with a 5 times change from 5% movement speed at 3 stacks. So yeah, it takes longer to ramp up the movement speed to get 15% movement speed. Still, Valmana's still pretty strong. Like, you're still gonna get those stacks pretty fast. Increased magical power from 20 to 30. Good change. Mage's Blessing has been trash for so long. Increased cost from 1100 to 1300. All tier 3 items building from this will remain the same total cost. Increased power 4 to 55. Doesn't really change anything. 200 extra gold, 55 extra power. It's like, does it really help the spikes? I think that's what they're talking about here. Trying to get a better spike for these mage ADCs. Adding 15 power, but 200 gold. I mean, is 200 gold worth of 15 power? Probably, but I feel like it still doesn't change the spikes. Still very weak. Devourer's Gauntlet increased base physical lifesteal from 10% to 15%. Big change. Now, Bloodforge won't be as dominant. You see immediately, Bloodforge. Reduce cooldown from 16 to 14, 13 to 12. So they just scale. It's better early game, so you don't have to level it. Now it has an initial hit. Oh, that's interesting. Afro's a little bit stronger now. What should be picked up? Hard to tell. This just like makes her a little bit stronger. It doesn't make her like move up a tier. Increase HP from HP per level from 86 to 95. Pretty big change. Cerberus is already pretty good. With more base HP, it actually makes him stronger. When you remove the camera lock when using this ability. Okay. Decrease magical power scaling damage take from 25 to 20%. Not that much change. Maybe 15%. Decrease magical power scaling. Okay, so they're just decreasing the scaling little by little on this character, this toasted character. I'm down for any nerfs to that character. Increase base movement speed from 365 to 365. What the hell? 425 movement speed. These clay soldiers. It's just like fucking heat-seeking missiles. Decrease cooldown from 18 to 6. That's a big buff. Holy shit. She might be back in the meta. This is a big change. This is a ginormous change. Increase Alderun's critical hit from 50% to 60%. Good change. Increase damage from 100 to 110. Base damage to 290. 10 extra. Not that big of a change. Helps us early game. Increase slow from 20 to 30%. Big change. Self peel stronger. Base damage early game is stronger. Late game stronger. They buffed all his all strides of the game. Purse. Decrease pre-fire time and ability from 0.2 to 0.1. Fuck this character. Decrease minimum distance between harvest plants from 5 units to 2.5 units. Trash. Why are they buffing this character? Decrease the time harvest plant takes to evolve from 4 seconds to 2.5. Why? Decrease the time the base harvest plant takes to evolve from flower from 24 to 16. Why? Decrease the chase time from 3 seconds to 2.2. Why? Wait, that's a nerf, isn't it? Decrease the chase time from 3 seconds to 2.2, so it only chases you for 2.2 seconds. Not that it matters that much. Increase the movement speed from 440. What the to 600, so that shit's automatically hitting you? Oh my god. High resist fried. Decrease the speed at which the tether will reach to grab you by 50%. Make it by 99%. Why does it even tether? Decrease the attack speed penalty from 20. I didn't even know it decreased your attack speed when you're tethered. Broken ass ability. 20 to 30%, 15% all ranks. Still a broken ability. Yo, so big. Increase base HP. Ooh, that's a big buff. My boy got some HP. And increase healing per hit 20. Ooh, from early game. Only 10. It's only 10 base. Still helps though. Decent buff to Sobek. Definitely gonna be much stronger. Soul loses heat less fast once he starts its decay. Decay speed reduced by 25%. Small buff. The damage from this ability no longer causes minion hit reaction. Thank the Lord. I don't know who thought of that would be a good idea. It should have never done that. That's a big buff if you don't, even if you don't think about it, it's a big buff. Time between shots decreased from 0.24 to 0.18. Another buff. Increase the heat gain from firing this ability from 10 to 40. Big buff. Wow, these are all nice buffs. Soul's a little bit stronger. Plus the Telekind's buff. She might be something to look at. I hope they nerf this god to the ground. Decrease root rotation. Decrease duration from the root from 1 to 1.4. Yeah, that's a good nerf. Fuck this character. Brain dead ass character. Decrease damage from 65 to 60, 140, 145 base damage. Yo. Like, what do you think goes down in high res when they're like, yo, I know it would be a huge nerf. Let's nerf Sky Cutting Axe by 5 damage. Like, bro. What? Like, how does that even make any sense? Like, this is not even... Is this even a nerf? Like, what is this? What is that? Like, who thought of this and thought this would actually hurt the character? You should... If you wanted to actually mess with Sky Cutting Axe, it would have been CD. Nobody does Sky Cutting Axe to do the damage. It's just... It's really good because it's immunity frames. Well, that's what you need to know from patch notes. Come here for the next patch notes on my YouTube. Yeah, the root nerf is big.